Большое спасибо. Уважаемый господин Солана, вы 10 лет были верховным представителем Европейского Союза в области внешней политики и политики безопасности, поэтому вы досконально знаете российское отношение между Россией и Европейским Союзом. И вместе с нами разделяете ответственность как за успехи, так и за неудачи. Как вам представляется, что необходимо сделать дальше, чтобы придать новый динамизм партнерству между Россией и Европейским Союзом?
Thank you very much for the invitation, Igor. Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you very much, the Commission, for your presence here. I mean, a lot has been said already. I don't want to repeat what has been said, but let me recall a couple of things. None of us, the European Union and Russia, we are not perfect. We are going through difficulties, both of us, of different nature, of different magnitude, in different directions, but we need both a process of adaptation of a new reality. 2003, from there to today, a lot of things have taken place. For instance, today, if we were to take the 10 most important economies in the world, you will not find 7 from the European Union. You may find 3, and basically 3 is difficult to find. In 10 years from now, we may be 2, and 20 years from now, we may be 1, etc. Why do I say this? Because for us, European, the integration is fundamental if we want to continue being an important player in the world. And I can tell you, we want to do it. And therefore, we are going to do it. And for that type of reflection within the European Union, our relationship with Russia take a new dimension. Post-crisis European Union will need a closer relation to Russia, and post-crisis Russia will need a closer relationship with the European Union. But let me go through my analysis of failures on these 10 years. In these 10 years, we have had some successes. The spaces that were defined in 2003, many of them have moved and have moved rapidly. But what has been, to my mind, the most important problem? The most important problem was that we didn't have, and we still don't have, enough strategic trust. We have tactical trust, but we don't have a strategic trust. If you were to look at the 10 years, most of the times that has been paralyzed our relationship or has not developed at the level and the potential that it had was for lack of trust. And that trust has to be overcome, and we cannot overcome the tactical mistrust if we don't have a strategic trust. What is missing between the European Union and Russia, to my mind, is a deep, long discussion about our strategic interest. If not, we will never be able to put our tactical interest in a framework. And if we don't do that, it will be very difficult to make true what we are saying, all of us here together. We want to do it deeper, we want to have a deeper relationship, but for that we need a deeper also a strategic vision of the world. And that debate has to be taken, and has to be taken seriously. And that's my appeal to the President and Prime Minister of the Russian Federation, and to the members of the European Union. That reflection, that thinking has to be done together soon. And by the time we are out of this crisis, we may have some of these issues resolved. Now, it's very difficult when we have this mistrust being said on missile defense, on security, or being said on other issues related to economics. If we don't get a final vision of what we want to be, it's very difficult to resolve this problem that we have in the way. Though my claim and my appeal will be to the leaders of today to really have the courage to look ahead, to want to construct a relationship in the same an equality basis, as has been said, but several people have spoken before me on equality basis, with a strategic vision which is shared. Otherwise, in the world of today, with such a lack of global governance, if we don't begin by those who are closer, being geographically or being intellectually, it will be very difficult to run the world of today. So an appeal to both Europeans and Russian people, leaders, to really begin to think strategically together. And that is the only thing I would like to say today. If we are able to get that in these second 10 years that we have ahead of us, it will be a really fantastic success. If not, we'll be trapped every now and then in a minor problem, in a tactical problem, that will prevent us to move on together. So this is my impression from these 10 years, my experience for these 10 years, and I would not like it to be repeated. So from our side, at least from my side, be sure that they will do as much as we can to overcome these things of tactical mistrust and really go to the strategic trust. Two things I would like to remind us on science. But Russia has done in the last years a very important effort in science. Let me bring one example. The Nobel Prize of 2 years ago in physics, they discovered the graphene, were two Russians. This is a fantastic discovery, so therefore you can come back to being part of the big tendency that you have historically of being innovative in basic sciences. On that, we need to cooperate much more. This is fundamental. And the second thing is culturally. Let me tell you, for me, that moved me very much, the exhibition in 2013 for almost 6 months in the Prado Museum of Madrid of Hermitage was a fantastic success. You cannot imagine. And the same thing when the Prado came to St. Petersburg in a year, almost in a year exhibition. So we have a lot of things we can be developed further, but for that, let's not forget that strategic trust is absolutely necessary.
Большое спасибо.